What's going on, YouTube people? Just driving home from the storage facility. So I figured I'd rig the camera up. I somehow got it rigged up just in front of the steering wheel. It's not blocking the speed though, so it's still safe. I can see that I'm safely speeding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not speeding that much. I figured, I'm new to making YouTube videos. I figured this would be a good way to talk and get some content out. I've seen some other people doing it this way. I enjoy watching it. So, yeah, heading back from the storage. I do work there. I wasn't working. I quit my last job. I ran a car wash and it was too stressful, too many hours. It was insane. So I'm not going back to that. And started doing reselling full time and didn't quite make enough income, I guess, to be on my own. What you would consider the threshold. Jesus, that was bumpy. What you would consider the threshold of what I had to make. But I was pretty close, and I wanted to keep building it, but I got offered this job at this storage facility, and it was too hard to turn down because I'm paid very well for what I do. I'm allowed to do my eBay and Amazon and all my fun online listings and stuff like that from the facility. It's got a large back room with a nice white table that's perfect for photos. I got free storage now. It's not a big place, but it's a free 5x10 unit. I got all the shelves set up for it, all nice, and I'll show you a video of how I have that because each shelf has boxes. The shelf A, B, C, D, and then each shelf has box 1 to 10 or however many are on a shelf. I don't actually remember. I haven't been in there in a few days. I gotta keep setting it up and organizing it. It's not fully done yet, but it makes a big difference, especially that organization. Now when something sells, if it's in box A5, I go to shelf A, box 5, and there it is. I'm trying to stay more organized like that. Shelf A is actually mostly the action figures, comics, sort of that genre of stuff, so it's a little less digging through. Shelf B is labeled boxes 1 to 10, but box 1 has all black shirts, 2 mostly white, off-white beige shirts, stuff like that. Just for more organization, so you're not trying to dig through a box with a shirt in it to find a mug that's also in there. And that's how it started, and I learned quickly that wasn't going to work, so we corrected that. I hope it's not too loud filming this. I'm not going to know until I load it on the computer. If it is really loud though, let me know. I'll see if I can figure out something else. I got the headphones plugged in to kind of get rid of some of the background noise, but I am driving my truck. It's a little noisy, so bear with me, I guess. It's mostly what I use for thrifting too. It's a big 03 Ford F-150. It's not the greatest on gas. It's not bad on the highway. If we're driving, on the country roads or on the highway, it does pretty good. I'm in Canada, so I guess liters per 100K. If you're watching in the States, on the highway, I probably get 17 and a half miles to the gallon on the highway. The city, I don't know, it's 8. It's terrible in the city. This truck is horrendous. But my wife drives a little G6, so if we're doing any sort of city running around or just grabbing little things at thrift shops like board games and stuff like that, we'll take the car. Although I've been burned before showing up places and having a nice piece of furniture I'd like to buy, and then you debate, you drive all the way back and get the truck and come back out. If I'm going to an auction though, the truck goes with me, because you never know. I've left with next to nothing and would have been able to fit it in the car, but it's just nice to have that option if something larger comes up. I don't get into too many huge items though. Craigslist isn't really big here. We more use Kijiji. Again, if you're watching from the States, if you're anywhere in Ontario or Canadian, you probably know what Kijiji is. You deal with a bit of no-shows, but when you're at an auction, and a complete dining room set comes up and you can pick it up for $5 to $8 because no one wants to move the thing, it's hard to pass up on that, especially the city I live in. We have 4 colleges here, 3 colleges and a university. So furniture, especially couches and little tables, end tables, sells really quick. Not for huge dollars, but I can pick up a couch and 2 end tables at an auction for $20 and turn around and get $60 for the couch and $10-20 a piece for the end tables. And not to mention everything else I get at the auction while I'm there. So it's just nice to have that option with the truck. Before that I had a van because I didn't like things getting wet, but this truck, it came with a tonneau cover, so That helps a lot, and it's a 4-door. If you ever buy a truck, a 4-door is so convenient having this back seat behind me. I can load boxes in there, more sensitive stuff. I don't want sliding around in the truck. Of course, me being me, there's still, I guess, some 16-year-old shitheadness left. I had to use up one of the seats. I put in a little sub and an amp and speakers all through the truck and a deck. But I used to do that. I was a big car guy. I used to screw around with the cars all the time. So I can't leave a vehicle alone. It's just fun to tinker on. Kind of like a hobby, I guess. I'll shoot a video of the outside of the truck so you guys can see what it looks like. It's actually pretty clean for being an 03 and having 330,000 kilometers on it now. I don't know what that is in miles. It's probably like 180,000 miles. I don't know. I'll Google it. You'll probably see a little comment or something if I'm wrong. I'm sure people are already writing down there, no, it's this many miles. I used to know the conversion. I could probably whip out my phone and do it, but nope. Actually, no, I can't because I'm filming from the phone. But whatever, you guys can figure it out if it really worries you that much. But yeah, it runs good. It's got the big 5.4 in it. I never had the spark plug issue. I got it already fixed with that. If you're looking at these trucks, 03 and older with the Triton 5.4 in it, they had an issue with spark plugs blowing out or trying to remove the spark plug. They'd crack in half and you'd have to drill out the head, and it's a nightmare. You don't want to get involved in doing that. If you can find one though that's fixed or it's already been done, you're golden. Because I mean, other than that, I've never had an issue. My buddy, the rear end in his finally went at 460,000 kilometers, so you know, what do you expect with that many K? You can't really call it a bad truck because that finally went on him, and he tows like a son of a bitch. So he's always got a trailer behind it. So I'm actually amazed it lasted that long, and he's not even a huge kind of maintenance person. He under-services things. But yeah, so I just drive back from the storage. It's about a 15-20 minute drive, I guess, every day. I don't mind the commute, though. It's all country driving. It's very nice. I'll see if I can, I'll try and turn the camera, see if I can get you some view of it. There's my drive. I'll go this side. Some boxes in the back and boxes on the side. The truck's messy. I got some stuff I gotta sell. But yeah, it's a nice country drive. I like living out in the country. It's just nice. If I can get that stuff, I'm gonna get holy hell. This is where you guys can catch me getting in a car accident trying to fix the damn camera. So yeah, it's pretty nice. It's I like to drive. If you want to drive it at night, you gotta watch out for deer and shit like that at night. That can happen. It's we had a Grand Prix and it didn't last too long. We had it for about 4 weeks. Smoked a deer out on a road like this, doing about 90k. Me and my wife, we were fine. Didn't even feel it. He just bounced, went over top of the roof of the car. Actually landed, got up, ran away. I'm sure he died in the field later for how fast we hit him. And we drove the car home, called the cops, asked if they needed to come out. They said, no, if the car's drivable, you guys go ahead. So we went home, called insurance, it was all covered. Took it to the body shop, and then the next day they said it was a write-off because it just structurally was too bent and damaged. Which I was surprised. It still drove pretty straight, but you know, it doesn't take much nowadays. Cars are meant to crumple and disintegrate so you don't feel the impact. Which is a good thing sometimes, but it sucks in a low-end collision. You know, I had an old 71 Ford. Someone rear-ended me in that. It bent my bumper in their Honda Civic. It was a write-off. I didn't feel anything. They didn't either, I guess, but, you know, had that been a normal car, that would have been a write-off. My car would have been a write-off, too. It would have been 2 dead cars on the side of the road. So, I guess they really don't build them like they used to. But yeah, I get back to reselling, I guess. So, fairly new to the YouTube thing. Gonna keep putting out videos. Hopefully the quality gets better as time goes on. I can see it getting worse. Everything's supposed to get better with time. You know, I ordered a new video camera. I have a really good... Come on, this style takes forever. I have a really good digital camera for taking photos. It's amazing. It takes very good photos for eBay and Amazon. However, it takes shit video. It says it films in 1080p and 720p at 60 frames, which it does. If you want to film something standing completely still that never goes closer or further from the camera, it has the worst focus points I've ever seen. And then there was a firmware update to help fix that. So I downloaded and installed that on the camera. And it made taking pictures nice. It autofocuses really quick. Still shit for videos. It's a Canon EOS M, if you want to know what it is. It's a mirrorless camera. It actually, night mode photos, I have never in my life seen a better camera take a night photo than this camera. You gotta hold it still, and it takes about 3 to 5 seconds, I'm assuming, because it lets in as much light as it can through the aperture. I don't know, I'm not a photographer. I do know my friend, she's a photographer, and we were comparing it to one of her like $5,000 cameras, which blows my Canon EOS M out of the water in every way, shape, or form. Like, you can't really compare a $500 camera to a $4,000 camera. But the night photos, when we were taking pictures camping, she could not for the life of her get a very good night photo. Where this Canon, I don't know what they've done with it. It's a mirrorless camera. It captures everything in really good detail. It doesn't look like it was brightened. It looks like what you were almost looking at before you even took a photo, just with your natural eyesight. It's really cool. Is it worth $500 for a feature? Shit, no. But, I was undereducated. I didn't do enough research. My last camera broke on me. It was a Nikon J1, which I love. Beautiful camera. You could take a picture and just zoom and zoom and zoom, and it would stay so clear. It would never get grainy. It was really, really nice. The focus points were quick. The image processing was quicker. It broke. It was discontinued. They didn't have that anymore. The prices were like double on eBay when I went to find another one from retail. So I decided not to do that. And I was talked into getting this Canon EOS M, told it was the next closest thing. I should have done my research, known better for next time. But I've ordered a Sony HD camcorder, so I hopefully get some better videos. And I gotta pull my GoPro out. We'll get it all set up, a better angled window instead of you guys looking at me through a steering wheel. And we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'll get another video up hopefully this week. I'll show you the storage facility. It's just getting set up. I'll show you how I'm setting it up in there and getting it all organized. I'll take you through a tour of my home office too, just to show you what a mess it is right now, because we're moving stuff into the storage, and I just sent like 22 boxes or something like that to Amazon. So it got kind of messy, just ripping shit off shelves, and inventory was flying, and boxes were getting taped, and now I'm probably going to spend tonight cleaning that up and organizing it, because I do not like messes. I'll be doing your basic haul videos and all that. I'll probably take you along to some thrift stores, some auctions, and show you how I do things. There's tons of other YouTubers, though, if you want to see content. There's great ones out there. They have great content. You can learn a lot. I learned a lot from a bunch of them already. I just figured I'd share my sort of experiences with it and how I do things. I'm sure, one, because I do things a little differently in Canada than some of the U.S. sellers that I've been watching. Just prices are different here. Some things are actually worth more money here than what they have there. Some are worth less. Some are more abundant here, vice versa. A big example I know is Amazon. You have to be ungated to sell DVDs and CDs, I guess, in the U.S., from what I've heard. You don't need to do that here. The only reason I don't think you'd need to do that here, my guess, would be population-wise, we're a smaller country with less sellers, less buyers, so maybe the chance for piracy is less, and being less piracy, there's less restrictions on categories like that. I don't know. Not that there's money to be made in CDs and DVDs and Blu-rays if you know what you're looking for. But for the most part, I grab you a stack of 100, and I bet out of that 100, 1 or 2 will be worth money. The rest, they'll be penny DVDs, CDs. Same here, same as the States, which isn't a big deal. If you get them for really cheap, there's still money in doing it that way. I don't. Most of the stuff I do is FBA fulfilled. Some of the bigger things I'll do merchant fulfilled, so they don't sit in the warehouse. But yeah, that's about it with that. I don't know too. Like I've only been doing Amazon for about 7 months. I really do like FBA though. I really like the ability to be able to just send it and forget about it. But there's pluses and minuses with both. I like eBay too. I've been doing eBay for longer. I understand eBay. My eBay's slacking a little bit because it's not had a lot of attention, I guess, given to it. I've been spending too much time on Amazon because it's sort of newer, so I've been trying to invest more time and just get the Amazon up and going. I do Etsy a little bit. I only have like 60 things listed on Etsy. I do get higher price points for Etsy. I'll admit that. I sit on things longer though. It's just kind of, I'll compare. There's a few things I have multi-listed across different platforms. I did the Bonanza thing. I never got a sale off it after a year and a half. I got rid of it. I'm sure people make money off it. It's not for me. Again, I do Kijiji, Craigslist a little. There's no offer up here yet like there is in the States. I'm part of a couple Facebook groups for buy and sells. I have better luck with Facebook than Kijiji and Amazon, and Craigslist. I find people on the Facebook buy and sells, because it's community based, especially in the smaller communities, they don't seem to no-show as much as the Kijiji people, where it's a bigger community. They feel like more part of it. That's only 1,000 people in the group. They don't want to be seen as that person that no-shows and things like that. So I have good luck selling stuff on there. Especially if you want to clear stuff out. Kijiji's awesome. If you want to give a real cheap price on something because you just want to liquidate inventory, Kijiji's good for that, because all the cheap sons of bitches come flying out and pick through it. And I mean real cheap. I've had things listed for $50 and people give me $10 offers on Kijiji. And I don't even respond back to them, but it's still frustrating. You hear the phone go off, you look, and someone's giving me an offer on $10. Oh, never mind. And then, you back onto your day. So it's hit and miss, I guess. It's whatever. It is what it is, though. That's anything you do. Some things you're not going to like. But yeah, I'll be just pulled into where I got to go, so I'll let you guys go. But I'll be putting more videos out. Let me know what kind of content you guys want to see, and what improvements you want to see. If you have any questions, if you want to see, my shop, my storage facility where I work, the thrifting vehicle, I can take you on some thrift hauls with me. I can show you kind of how I do things, and leave a comment, like, subscribe. Hopefully I'll have more videos out soon this week, and you guys can have more content. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good night. Goodbye.